I hope y'all ready. Key and Peele was like, I think really ahead of its time. Like,
Yeah.
that shit is so funny, bro. They do such a good. Their chemistry is too crazy. Too crazy.
I love it. All right, I'm gonna record my shit.
Do it. Record your shit.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
It's about to go down.
Chillin' with Villains podcast.
I'm a villain in my city.
That shit hit your finger. The first one. Luckily, the soundboard was still playing, so nobody really caught. Like, the people viewing, the people watching, they caught that my beer hit your fingers. And that's why it didn't make the sound the first time. No, but like we already did it over.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why we cheered, yeah. There you go. Welcome back, y'all. Monday evening podcast. It's been wait, we did that last time, right? Yeah, we did for Guardians.
Yeah.
Guys, go check out our Guardians review, episode 220 of the Chillin' with Villains podcast, where we cook Eunice for probably about an hour and 4 minutes into that.
This shit is
Yo.
different, bro.
I think my son is ungrounded, so that's nice. He caught a Laker game with us last week, so glad to see he's ungrounded for that. But welcome to episode 221. This weekend, to today's topic of discussions, we're gonna start off with Mark's favorite film franchise of all time.
My boy Mark lives in New Jersey.
The Fast and Furious saga, of course. We'll start talking about that because Fast 10 is out. Dude, type that into your web browser and I promise you.
Let's see what comes up when I type in Fast X.
Somebody said it's gonna be like the Infinity War of the Fast and Furious movies. Really? I saw that.
The Infinity, gotta be trolling to a certain extent.
Will Fast X be a trilogy?
I don't think it was, bro.
Dude, this is the beginning of the end, Mark, so I think you kind of got to watch it.
Nah.
All right, cool. So
it comes out Friday, right?
Comes out Friday, yep.
And you know where I'm going to be?
Yeah,
Shoo!
flexing.
Flying away.
Amsterdam.
I'm not watching that shit.
Yo, how you going to watch the... what's the time difference in Amsterdam to watch the conference games?
Oh, you didn't see my message? They're all going to be on at 1:30 in the morning.
Fuck it, right?
So,
fuck it, you're on vacation.
I'm going to watch them. I'm going to try.
Mark is going to be stressed with jet lag. Let's go.
Dude, and the first game, the second game, game 2, is going to be at 8:30 on Friday. And my flight leaves at 9 p.m. So
they're going to have it on the TVs, though.
On the airplane?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
I don't think there's gonna be even. Is there any TVs on our shit? I doubt it.
On airplanes.
I might be bugging, but
no, he's right because
they do be showing
during
games.
the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's the World Cup.
This is the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, and I'm going to Dublin.
That's a flex, bro.
Oh, wow.
Wait. They definitely not gonna have the game from Amsterdam to Dublin. Hell no. If you was flying back to the U.S., perhaps. But since you're staying in the Europe region, they're gonna be like, bro, no.
What? Like, what is this? Basketball?
Yo.
Like, no. I'm probably gonna pay for internet so then I can stream the.
Yeah. Of course.
Stream it on my phone.
Of course.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Well, have fun. We're going to thoroughly miss you for our Fast and Furious discussion. We will be excited to have you back when we talk about, we watch. Why are you laughing?
Yeah, what's up? What are you laughing at, dude?
Because every time we mention Fast or something, he's just like, I'm good. Like,
but today
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're also going to be talking about Air, directed by Ben Affleck,
which I also have not seen.
Totally fine. You already know the spoilers. You know the spoilers.
I know it. Yeah.
But like I'll just talk about it at more of like a surface level anyway. Because,
No, that's fine.
No, it's fine. I'm telling you, it's fine because it's fine.
Hold that.
But then we'll transition into the NBA playoffs that have been going on because that's been has been a lot of fun. Mark's team, the Boston Celtics, have made it to the Eastern Conference Final.
Oh.
Our team, the Los Angeles Lakers, have made it into the Western Conference Final. I saw that little jab.
That's some blatant favoritism on this podcast.
What you mean,
So
Mark?
blatant.
I was gonna say like, oh, brother, these guys. Yeah,
Hey.
see, come on, man.
Finesse.
Tatum
Finesse.
being come on, bro. Shout out to Jason Tatum for being the only player in NBA history to drop 51 points in a Game 7.
That's kind of big time.
Wait. I think once he got to 20 points in the first half, he had 25 total in the first half. But once he scored his 20th, around 20, I was like, he might go for 50 tonight. He's looking real good.
Marcus LeBron.
No, I know.
Marcus
It's so funny. It's
Like,
so
I just had a feeling that.
I actually said that though. I literally said that to my girl's father. Like I was like, yo, he might go for 50 tonight.
Yo,
like,
that's so
and
specific,
he ends up getting 51.
bro.
I'm telling you, I swear to God, I
I said
could
that to
literally
my
call
girl's
him.
father, bro. Like,
on my girl's dad, bro. I promise you. I
Literally,
got
I
you.
can call him and he will vouch for it. He'll know.
Nah,
I literally said
we
that.
believe you. We believe you. We believe LeBron. He's clearly lying. Believe it.
No. He was lying. He was lying.
yo, Mark really said, yo, he might go for 50.
Yo, I
literally
love the
Oh man.
I love the TNT. Well, they're not gonna be on TNT anymore, but I love the TNT trailers that like are promoting like the Flash marketing that was on like TNT.
Mm-hmm.
That shit went crazy, bro. Yo, they put like the back cowl on Embiid, bro. That shit was crazy. I'm like, yo. In a little bit, guys, we're gonna talk about MV fraud. Embiid is a fraud.
Oh my God! Stop that.
Embiid is a fraud. What? I'm gonna talk my shit about Joel Embiid, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
Nah, before I'm gonna do that though, I'm gonna talk my shit about Fast 9.
All right.
That shit.
All right, let me know when y'all done. All right.
Bro,
Wow,
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I'm kidding.
Wait, Mark, how many of the Fast and Furious have you seen?
1 through 5.
Okay. Oh, so you have a good vast knowledge.
Actually, no, that's false. I saw. I think this. Oh my God! I know I saw 5, and then I saw
This is
Tokyo
Brazil.
Drift. I saw the second one. I think that's or Paul Walker's.
Tokyo Drift. No, excuse me. Too Fast, Too Furious.
That's the one with Paul Walker. He's the.
Why are you laughing?
Because that's the name of the movie.
That's the one where he's actually working for the government in the beginning, right?
Well,
Well, he wasn't the
he's
first
already
one.
he was already FBI.
Oh, the
agent.
first one then.
Yeah.
The first one then.
Yeah.
The first one, that one, and then
I told Ariel, bro, like if they just
I
had
think
left
so. I
it
think
at
I've
the
seen like
first
3.
one, like the first one's already a cult classic regardless. But I felt if they had left it at just that first one, like it would have been. It is a classic, but I'm saying it would be even more if it was just untouched. It was like, wow, like remember that Fast and Furious movie, or maybe not.
Maybe.
But they
Maybe
keep-
not.
but
Because this
they
shit,
keep-
this
they
shit
keep-
blew up, bro. This shit is popping. Like, this next one is hitting a billion, especially since Vin Diesel was like, yo, this is the first of a trilogy.
Dude, like, bro, let
doing-
that sink in, bro.
He doing XXX for real with the Fast Saga, bro.
Stop. Don't say.
What? That's a movie he was in.
I know.
Not the other XXX.
I know.
Wow.
Well, it's just. If you watch the first one and then like go into this one, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Dude.
like what is going on?
Mark,
They were just doing street races before. Now,
Yo. Mark. Can I tell you about the? Mark, I know Mark's not gonna care.
no.
Yo, the scene, Ariel, that had me like, what? Yo, homegirl from Game of Thrones, right? Natalie Emmanuel.
Yeah.
With all due respect. So she is driving this truck.
She's something special.
And this truck has like a magnetic force in it.
Yeah. It has a
And
magnet.
they're
It's a
trying to
magnet.
capture John Cena, who's on like the next block over, right? So there's buildings in between. She cranks it up. It inhales his car into the building and into their truck.
Like literally, it goes through the building. Like that goes and goes right into the truck, into
Bro,
the magnet, because of the magnet. And he's just fine, even though this
how
powerful
could you
magnet
guys
just took him.
spoil this for me? How could you guys spoil this for me?
Dude,
I was gonna watch this.
And you know what was crazy? That wasn't even like the craziest shit of that. These motherfuckers went to space, bro.
In makeshift suits.
That shit is so dumb,
makeshift
bro.
suits. Like they weren't even
Makeshift like literally like submarine like from the 1970s like suits and helmets.
How about the one where I know that clip where Vin Diesel jumps across a highway and then catches
Michelle Rodriguez,
Letty,
Letty, and then lands on a windshield.
That's in part 6.
I didn't see that part, but I saw like the clip of that. Like, what the hell?
That's in part 6, bro.
Like, I truly do not understand why people love these things. Like,
you're hating, bro.
I guess it's just because like they like cars and like that's cool. But like now they've gotten so far away from. I feel like it's just not really like they all have guns and it's just like this is like
they're a whole spy team. They're a spy team now. Like
now
this is what they do. They're a family who's like, yo, like
we need to save the planet. And then after they go back to Vin Diesel's house and they have like a barbecue.
Coronas.
Like,
yo, the biggest Corona commercial of all time.
No, it's the biggest car commercial of all time. It's the biggest Corona commercial. Actually, Transformers movies are car commercials as well.
Yo, Zack Snyder's Justice League was a Mercedes commercial, bro.
Literally.
How crazy was that?
It was so blatant in the shot of Wonder Woman and Cyborg talking. It's just like, okay, bro, come on.
No, in the scene where like when Bruce Wayne
when he pulls up,
it's a legit you could just edit that and that would be the Mercedes commercial. That's exactly what it was. Fire though. Shout out Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I'm still trying to figure that shirt out. I can't figure it out.
What you mean? I'll explain it. I'll explain it. Yeah.
I don't know how you don't. Oh, whatever.
Right. Yeah. For another day. We'll examine the shirt. Go do it, and I got you. Or we could just do
video
it.
coming soon.
Video coming soon of examining this shirt. But so Ariel, let me ask you this because you're not anymore, but you used to be a very tough critic. Like there were certain things I used to watch where I was just like, yo, that shit was heat, and then like I'll go to you and be like, that shit was ass, that shit was mid. I'd be like, word, like.
It was all right. 3 out of 10.
Yo, remember the first time, bro? Yo, that shit had me dying,
Well,
bro.
Aquaman, I was like, yo, 4 out of 10.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, 4 out of 10. Yo, we were like, what? You didn't enjoy that. Like, like what? A 4 out of 10 is not enjoyable. Like, you failed. Like, you failed the test. Like, no. Like,
nah, but in retrospect, Aquaman was kind of, you know?
See, bugging. But
really?
So you're saying Fast 9 was better than Aquaman?
I laughed way more during Fast 9.
That's not the question I asked.
That's not an answer. That's not an answer.
That's not the question I asked. I'm
Try
asking,
again, though.
Like, I understand you may have enjoyed Fast 9, but from a film perspective, bro, come on. Come on, dude. Bro, these dudes went to outer space. There's no logic.
Actually, that kind of, you include space, that takes the edge, bro.
Oh my god, that's so dumb.
Dude, that's so crazy to me. They were in outer space.
You're asking me to compare two very...
So, no, my original question to you, though, was why do you continue to go and watch these films? Like, what about them to you are like, you know what? I can go and enjoy a Fast and Furious film.
Investment, pretty much. Like, it's especially like being so far ingrained, bro. Like, it's like I pretty much have seen every single one in theaters except for Tokyo Drift.
Yo, hype beast, bro.
Like,
you a hype beast.
And you know, and it's partly because of my dad. My dad going to take me because part 1 I had no control over. That shit came out 2001. Like, I had no control over seeing that. And then when Too Fast, Too Furious came out, again, no control over that. That was the very next year, like 2003 or something like that came out. And then by the time part like 6 and shit came out, then it was just me going, Yeah, like let me go, like let me go check it
But
out.
it's just like ingrained in you now. Like you
Bro,
just have
because
to go.
look, the thing is that like it started getting. Of course, it got ridiculous after part 2. I think like part 2, they started doing some crazy shit like already off rip, and then going into
all of them to an extent
Yeah.
are, but I think now that they've dived just more into like all this like crazy ass tech.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I was watching a recap from like
One
the first
to
one to 8. Dude, I completely forgot where they were in Dubai, right? And they jumped
Through buildings,
through
yeah.
buildings, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
In a car, they went through buildings in a car like this.
Bro,
and
and
lived.
Mark, I will say something about this one was because Tyrese's character, he was always like, yo, y'all don't find it weird that
We never died.
we never like get a scratch on us? Like we're untouchable. And then they're like, man, come on. Like, what are you talking about? It's just luck. And like, so they're like poking fun at the franchise because like nothing ever happens to them. Like
Literally,
nothing.
like,
Nothing.
No, not a single
Untouchables.
character goes through any kind of grave danger except for Letty in that one like weird like.
I mean, bro, but this is another
Scene.
franchise where it's like, yo, they died. It's like, nah, G just shit, bro.
Yeah.
Look, peep, yo, the fact that Jason Momoa was in Brazil gets me tight. It gets me so tight. They've already done this trope. They've already done it. They've done it, right? Like, who was the one that killed Han? Jason Statham's character. He was there somehow. Like, it was like, oh, okay, and now they're doing it again.
Yo.
They're doing it again in Brazil. He's like,
remember-
that was
Wait,
my
no,
money you stole.
no. Wait, Han from Tokyo Drift?
Yeah.
Didn't he die in Tokyo Drift?
Yeah, but then it was revealed later that Jason Statham's
Statham.
character was involved in his killing. and then in this new one, it was revealed that Han is still actually alive. He escaped from the burning car.
Yeah, like he-
through Mr. Nobody.
Yeah, like he made it out of
Who?
the car.
Who? Mr.
Mr.
Who?
Nobody, bro. Kurt Russell, aka Ego, bro.
Yo, hold that. Hold that. Yo,
No
but
way,
bro,
man.
I'm still in there like swimwear. We
That's
gotta buy
the thing.
tickets, by the way.
No,
we
of
gotta buy
course.
tickets.
Here's the thing, like, I have my criticisms about this, but they've been in terms of a franchise and what they've been able to deliver, bro. Every single time I'm in there laughing, enjoying how bad it is. And it's almost worth it because like I'm having a good time with friends, like laughing about it. Exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's such a it's like if Morbius was a franchise about cars. And somehow it was sentimental. Like it got to a point where it got sentimental.
Okay, I was like, you're
And-
gonna have to add something else in
Yeah,
there
yeah, yeah,
because like this is definitely not Morbius with cars.
Yeah. But I'm just
Morbius
saying, like,
is fucking ass.
because obviously, unfortunately, Paul Walker, like, he was also the heart of the franchise. I feel like if he was still here, we would feel a lot differently about how this plays out.
Forget about it, cuz.
Exactly. Forget about it.
I said
cuz.
forget about it, cuz.
I have to put that on soundboard. But like,
Yo, this shit. The last one came out in the summer of 2021, bro. Where it wasn't like peak pandemic, but like that shit was still having people shook.
yeah.
And it still made over 700 million, bro.
Wow.
This shit is easily caking a bill, bro. This shit might be the highest grossing film of all time. This shit might be Avatar.
Nah,
This shit
no,
might
it's
be-
not. No, it's not.
this
Stop.
shit- Yo, Mark, you want to bet?
All
Mark,
right,
you want to
let's
bet?
do it.
It'll
Let's
make
do
a
it.
billy. It'll make a bill.
It'll
But
be
I
the
don't
highest
think
grossing
I don't
film of
think
all
it's-
time.
All right.
I no. What do I get if I'm right?
Bag segment. All right. Okay.
I'll make this bet. I'll make
All
this
right.
bet.
How much is Fast X bringing
alright.
in? Mark.
Like 1.1.
Hold on. Let me pull up the box.
1.1 billion?
Let me pull up the box office for you.
No, a million.
Okay. 1.1 million by Mark.
Worldwide.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Global box office. Bro, did you see their cast? Jason Momoa, Brie Larson, Vin Diesel,
That's undeniable, bro. That's a
Bro.
guaranteed billion.
and some news just dropped, but like I'm
Actually,
not gonna
no.
say nothing for spoiler reasons.
I'm gonna go 1.8 actually.
1.8. That's your pick.
1.8 billion.
hold on. Let me hit you with some knowledge. Let me hit you with some knowledge here, Mark. You ready for this shit? I don't think you're ready for this shit. So number one right now is Avatar. Damn, that shit's almost at 3 billion. That's crazy.
What you got? 3 billion? It's gonna make 3 bill?
Hell no.
Hell
Hell no. It's not
thought you
touching 3
said-
bill. Hold on, give me a second.
You said he was gonna make more
Yo,
than
give me a
that.
second.
So
Yo, Furious 7, bro.
maybe like 2.9. Are you gonna go 2.9 billion?
Nah, bro.
2.89?
Nah, I'm backtracking, bro.
Oh, all right.
I did not realize Avatar made this much. Bro, Way of Water, 2.3 billion? What?
Part of
You guys
history.
gonna pass that?
Dude, that shit is still in theaters. Bro, Titanic. Yo, this dude James Cameron caked up, bro.
The box
This
office
is
king,
crazy. This is
Box office
crazy.
king.
So is it gonna be any of those movies?
No.
Well, you said 1.8, Mark?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give it the most it's made at the box office was 2015 with Furious 7, 1.5. Where's Furious 8?
Fate of the Furious is on there? Yes, they're 1.2 billion.
That's what I'm saying. And then nine pandemic reasons made less than that. But I don't know. This is the beginning of the end.
Fam.
I might give it. Hold on. Let's see if there's any box. There's probably box office projections right now.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah. But before we look
No,
at
no,
projections...
what the hell? You can't look at
wait,
projections.
Before
Oh,
we
my
look at
bad.
projections...
That's cheating.
What's
that's
your...
cheating. My bad. You're right.
What is your projection?
All right, I'm gonna go 2. It's gonna hit 2 billion.
2 billion.
It's gonna hit 2 billion.
Mark, 1 point what you said?
8.
1.8 for me. I'm gonna say 1.24 billion.
1.24.
1.24.
And so whoever is the closest
Exactly.
wins. And what do the losers have to do?
The loser has to.
Didn't we do this for a film recently?
Yeah, we did. We
have to go
did
back.
this for Flash. For Flash.
Oh, it's Flash. Okay, it still
Yeah,
hasn't
yeah.
come out yet. Oh, I just listened to that episode. I have to go back and write down our numbers.
We did
But
that for
I think
Flash.
we did it wrong because either way, Mark would have won. Yeah, it was some dumb shit like that.
That's how it was.
So
though,
how
doesn't
do we make it even
a
for this?
jerk, bro.
How do
Either
we make
way,
it
I
even
win.
For this?
Either way, I win. Ew.
it?
Nah, all right. So let's make it fair. It has to be exact.
No, that's insane.
No,
It has to be
I'm saying if you're saying 1.9, if you're saying
I said
1.8,
1.8.
no, yeah, exactly. But like it would have to be between 1.8, like within that. It doesn't have to be like we're not like numbering it down to like the last fucking like dollar.
Bro, it's whoever's closest, man.
Okay, so then if I'm saying 2 and it's a 1.9, who's closer, me or Mark? Did I overshoot?
No, because is it going to be a 1.9 exactly? No, it's probably going to be a 1.9 point. What if it's anything over 1.9?
but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, but you take those into account.
Exactly.
So I'm just saying
so
if it's like a
1.95,
1 point.
we round up.
If it-
1.94, we round
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Okay, cool.
No, 1.9. No, I'm giving you more room. Anything over 1.9, you win. If it's 1.901, you win. If it's 1.8,
Oh, why? Because it's closer to the.
it's closer. Technically,
Oh,
it's
okay.
closer. Less numbers
Actually,
are in
it would
between
be-
my
Damn,
number and
all
yours.
right. I respect that.
I
Cool.
put 1.24 billion for
Yo, you losing,
Fast
bro.
10. I
You
might
losing.
lose.
So what is the what's the punishment for the loser? I know last time for the Flash we did a shot of our boy
double
DJ's
shot. A
Terramana.
double shot of
Damn, a double
Terramana.
shot of Terramana.
Live on the pod.
Terramana.
And
That's
that's
the
not
biggest
even
piece of
that's
dog
not
shit.
even an L because we love it over here.
I'm not doing a double shot of nothing. So I'll tell you that right now.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Mark, you have to wear a Lakers jersey.
Interesting. Stakes have increased.
But then what am I
exponentially.
gonna make you guys do?
Oh, we would have to.
We would have to reciprocate, I guess. Wear a Boston Celtics jersey.
Disgusting. I'm gonna loathe.
I got a good one, but Ariel doesn't.
Come on, what is it? What is it? What is it? I have to watch a musical. That's fine.
No. I was gonna say, look, if it was if it was Junior and Eunice, I would have made them say on video like LeBron James is not the coat, Michael Jordan is the coat.
Oh, that's crazy.
Damn.
But
on
it's not
video
Eunice.
too. That's crazy.
I'll say that.
Yeah, use that up for something else that you'll never win because it's not happening.
All right, I guess then, yeah, Celtics jerseys. You guys have to wear Celtics jerseys. And then say, I love the Celtics
All right, whatever.
That's gross.
on video.
Ew, bro, that's
Yo,
nasty.
chill. You like. He's like on video, butt naked, just wearing a Celtics jersey.
with no like boxers on, bro.
But wait, keep your socks on.
And give me money.
Give me money. It's a good deal. But yeah, Mark, so you could join back into the conversation because we're done talking about Fast and Furious.
Thank God.
Or are we? No, we're not,
Exactly,
because
we're
go watch
not.
it May 19th this weekend. I'll be there. Ariel will be there. Mark will be there.
In spirit. Anyway.
Mark, can you actually catch a show in Netherlands, please? That'll be lit.
Come on, Mike will be down.
I promise you, I will not do that.
This is the Lord of the Rings. This is the Lord of the Rings of car.
Stop.
Like
Stop.
car films.
Stop this.
Okay, Mark, how
Stop
about
this,
I give you
please.
this? How about I give you this? If something between now and when you go to Amsterdam, something just reminds you of the number 11, then you have to do it. Like if something just
11?
Yeah. Because I'm saying it
Why
now.
11?
Exactly. I'm just saying it now. So if something between now and when you go to Amsterdam, you're like, what the fuck? Like an 11. How did that happen? Like, let's say you go to the grocery store in like 3 days, right? And then
something's $11.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
then
$10.99. Every infomercial. Oh man.
Yo, do you fall
No.
asleep at night and
But
wake up in the
what do
morning?
you mean? No, bro. What are the odds something comes out exactly $11? I'm talking about 11, like or like 11. If it's 11, you have to do it. You have to do it.
Nah.
Let me talk to Sabrina.
Sorry.
Oh, hi,
Let me
Mark.
talk to Sabrina.
Put Sabrina on.
She's not gonna want to
Can
see
I
it
speak to
either.
Sig9?
Yo, but
wanna know if
just
you wanna
just tell
see
her no.
All right, what do you want?
Nah. Let her know. Be like, yo, between now and when we go to Amsterdam, if something like sparks something in your mind that reminds you of the number 11, or if it comes up,
Okay.
then that
You
means
have
y'all have to go watch Fast 10
When we're overseas.
when you're overseas. Yeah.
Okay, so Junior's trying to get me to. She's about to cook you. Junior is asking
I'm about to get
us to agree that if anything reminds us of the number,
Warriors.
like if we see the number 11 anywhere, like we have to go see Fast 10 overseas.
Oh no! Oh no! She about to cook.
Did you hear her?
She just went, no.
All right, cool. I got cooked. I got cooked in 2 letters.
Bro,
I got cooked in
Sig9
2
just
letters.
said,
Dude, if you saw her face, you would have felt even more cooked. She was like,
I bet. Watch. Now the number 11 is gonna pop up everywhere, and it's gonna be a
That's
sign for y'all to go
crazy.
watch it.
Yeah.
11 is a common number. The fact that you just said like, yo, 11, yo, if it's 11, and you look at
But what are the bro? What are the chances you go to sleep?
TV series means nothing to me, and ADHD. We're both gonna forget that anyway, even if that's
It's also true.
It's gonna go right over our heads.
Do you hear what she said?
Yeah,
No.
I did, but I'm gonna remind y'all
Yeah.
every day, so don't even worry about that.
He's like, I'm gonna
Don't
remind
even
you
worry
guys
about
every day.
But they
I'll
all
be
have
there.
passion.
I'll be there. Like, so what are the chances you go to bed at like 10, right? And
Oh
then
my
and then
God,
you wake
stop,
up and you
stop,
wake up,
leave it
you look at your alarm clock and it's 11. You
Leave
gonna
it
be tight.
alone,
You gonna
bro.
be tight. Why?
I'm not gonna be
Watch,
tight.
you're gonna be
You know what I'm
dumb
gonna do? I'm gonna be like this. That's what I'm gonna be like. I'm gonna go right to sleep. I'm
Damn.
good.
Yo, you know what never puts me to sleep? Basketball.
There we go. Thank you. Something I care about. All right. So,
And movies.
facts.
So what happens when you put the two together?
Air.
And it's directed by Ben Affleck, exactly.
Boom. And it's about the GOAT.
Yo, it's about one of the GOATs for sure.
What?
It's about one of the GOATs for sure.
The goat.
You know what I love, Mark? It's honestly a short film. Like
pretty much is, yeah. It pretty much
like
is a
it's
short
less
film.
than 2 hours, and the cast is stacked, bro.
Jason Bateman, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Viola Davis,
Chris Tucker,
Chris Tucker, he smokes it too. Great supporting role.
everybody. It's such a just a cool, like
It's a cool movie.
Exactly.
It's a cool movie,
It's just a really vibey movie. It's just like
Yep.
like it's literally just it probably takes place within like a week, right? Like
Yeah, pretty
like
much,
if
yeah.
that, and you know the whole story. I find it so crazy, man. How we obviously look at Nike now because we grew up with it already being the established brand and name that it is.
Yeah, pretty much when I was born, it was already like Jordan was already had a Nike, like a couple of Nike
But
iterations already.
isn't that crazy? Because even when watching The Last Dance, they bring that up where it's just like, look how much they sold, bro. And Mark, knowing what we know right about Jordan and about the Nike brand, like you see this story and you're just like, wow, like the actors do such a good job of showing you like, yo, we don't know what's going to happen. So even you already start feeling like that. You're like, I know what's gonna happen, but like I feel for you guys right now because it's a risky move.
yeah.
It's a risky move.
It's so weird that that I knew the outcome of this, and I'm just like, damn, like,
What if it doesn't happen?
yeah, like what if it doesn't happen? Like,
Like what
What
if
is
the
this
credits right?
Elseworlds?
Yeah, it's a Tarantino movie.
yeah, it's the Tarantino revisionist history of just like Jordan ends up going with fucking Converse or something.
Yeah.
Ew, bro.
But I just love the aspect of just showing the small company, right? That where were they based out of?
Well, Nike is based out of Oregon,
Right. And
Portland, Oregon.
and they're fighting against Adidas, they're fighting against Converse, like these already big, they have Magic Johnson, Larry Bird,
Yeah.
and Jordan was just rocking with Adidas. He's like, yo, like
Yep.
this is my shit. And to think that they were able to be like, yo, we're making a shoe for you, bro. Like you are the shoe. Dude, the way that they did it, like in this, because everybody, bro, when I mean everybody was like, yo, we have to get this guy. We have to
Yeah.
get this guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm banking, but it doesn't even start out like that. We get a scene where, they're planning out like, yo, this is who's on the budget. Like, what kind of players like are we getting? Like Charles Barkley was brought up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
John
John
Stockton was
Stockton,
brought
yeah,
up,
yeah.
and so because Jordan went third, right? And they were like, we're not getting Jordan. He's already going to Adidas. So like from there, like they're
Right.
like
They just disregarded it. Yeah.
right. Imagine being in that business meeting where they're like, it's just not happening. And imagine that one person wasn't like,
We
you
should
know
just do
what?
it anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt Damon, yo, he watched the clip of the UNC championship game where he hit the game winner, and he was like, yo, they gave the ball, they ran a play for the 18-year-old. And he's like, why?
freshman.
Why? Because he's built for the moment. Like he is that guy.
I
Like,
love that he
that's-
was just like, look how relaxed he is. Like,
Right.
he's calling for the ball. He wants it. Like,
dude, not only that, it's a talent in itself to recognize something like that.
Yeah.
Like that's when
Yep.
you know the game well enough to be like, this is the guy.
And also, it also goes to show how much Ben Affleck and Matt Damon feel about the game. Writing this, and
Hell
like kind
yeah.
of collaborating
Yeah.
to make, because like that's the thing.
Super 80s vibe too.
Super 80s
Super
vibe.
80s
The
vibe.
production quality was excellent. The thing is that I really love when, you see products of like or consequences of passion. Like you see Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, best friends, they're like, yo, we finally got some time freed up from whatever we're doing. Let's link up and let's make it
Yeah.
air.
Yeah.
This super small, self-contained film that is like probably shot in like a month. Cause that's how small this film is. Like it's
Yeah.
just so small scale for such a big story. It's incredible what
Right.
they were able to capture here.
Right.
And
I'm sure majority of the budget was for the cast.
pretty much.
Right?
Yeah,
Like
because-
nothing else was out the ordinary. They
Because
probably
they
just
also
read, they
produced
probably,
on it. So
Right.
like they also paid for the majority of the production. So
but to your point, like even watching like kind of behind the scenes and like seeing the cast like promote the film, I'm like, you know what? They look like they had like a really good time
Yeah,
like
man,
like
they-
making this. It's such a simple story that
Yeah.
it's like you don't really need the backstory of all these people. Like the figure, the name, and I love how it kind of has that theme as well, where it's just like, yo, people are gonna remember Jordan. They're gonna remember Michael Jordan. They're not gonna remember us all here now in the back that
Right.
we did all this. Like, but that was the point. The point was
Yeah.
to elevate his name in the Nike business, and it 100
And to elevate Nike.
paid off
like-
like that was it. That changed the game. And I think that goes to my point a lot when I'm having that discussion with myself on like kind of the quote unquote GOAT debate, right? I know even us, Mark, we go, we go a lot at it in the chat and even on this podcast sometimes. But I think from the perspective of like, and I was thinking about it too, where the 90s, like it was Jordan, like 2000s, like Kobe, 2010s LeBron, like that, like the eras, the generations that passed, right? But
decades, yeah, the decades that each decade is dominated.
But I think Jordan initially got that stamp just for the simple fact, of course, he's incredibly good. He was built for the moment. Like he is the guy. He's him, right?
He is the original.
But also unlike Magic and Bird. Because, I mean, even though Magic and Bird, of course, extraordinary players, I think it was Michael Jordan that everyone was like, we need to start tuning into the NBA just to watch this guy.
A lot of it, so like basically how I view it is like Magic and Bird, they saved the NBA. Because before them, it was very down, like ratings were down a lot. And they didn't have like that story, that rivalry that
something,
that thing, to like sell to people to say, hey, come watch our games. It's really interesting, all this history and backstory. And they came and they created that. It was, I mean, a lot of it was probably, definitely surrounded by race. I mean, obviously, like Larry Bird being a white guy playing with a team full of mostly white players, and then Magic Johnson on the Lakers, who's black, with a team of mostly black people. So it's like it was definitely race played into it and all that. But then after them, Jordan came and he elevated it.
Yeah,
where it was like, now we're not just an American thing. Like people know us all. At least they know me, which then by association they know the sport.
Yeah.
So like when he was like during the Dream Team, like when he went overseas, like. They said it was like basically like a parade wherever he went. Wherever Jordan went, people were just like in a frenzy. They were following him. They were just like walking around looking for him. Like everybody was looking for him. He was that guy that to really break through in that kind of a sense.
Yeah.
And then it just got bigger.
Like a real icon.
A
like, wow,
true icon. A true icon.
It's crazy.
Wild.
So MJ was the MJ of basketball.
And
yes,
and the funny thing is like in this movie, like he's more of like a figure in the background. Like he's not the prominent guy at all.
I think I saw an interview with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon and Chris Tucker. They were like going shoe shopping and they were saying like, we didn't even want, like, I think it was like, that YouTube channel or whatever. They take like stars, like sneaker shopping or whatever.
That's dope as fuck, by the way.
Yeah. And like, so, which is so fitting also for this movie.
Yeah.
So like, they were saying, I think they said something along the lines of like, Michael Jordan is too, it's like, he's just like a mythical it's like, he's almost just mythical, even though he's still alive. It's like, so it's like, who do you get to play him? Like nobody would really.
You don't get to talk, you don't get to speak to him. Like,
no, exactly.
You talk, it's like his mother and father there. You speak to them, but like you don't speak to Michael. Like they'll relay the message.
That's what I loved about it because even growing up as a kid, I felt the same way. I mean, I was pretty much like during that sort of Bulls dynasty. I was like 6 or 7 at the time, and I knew of Michael Jordan, but how it affects me now compared to then is two different things. Like growing up, all I really cared about was like watching Kobe and Shaq play because I loved like the show that they put on because that's the Showtime I grew up with, the Kobe and Shaq Lakers.
Right.
Seeing Jordan, like by the time I was able to understand like what he meant, he was playing for the Wizards, and I was just like, oh, so this is Jordan? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not in a disrespectful way, but I'm like, okay, so this is Michael Jordan. Okay, like
you didn't get the full picture of it.
He took the Wizards to the playoffs, bro. Like I was just like, all right, that's the guy. That's the guy. But this film does such a great job of just like, like who it is, bro. Like even when you hear him on the phone briefly, it's just like, oh shit.
That's him.
That's him.
That's him. That's
Yeah.
him.
Yo, so yeah, it definitely it gets an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 for sure.
The reason it's not in heat or wavy, I think it's no fault of its own. It's just following a simple story. So
Yeah.
it's something like nothing groundbreaking, nothing new, you know, nothing like that we haven't seen before, but like super just like
I
easy
think,
going.
but do you think that's like only because of The Last Dance, or do you think like had this come out before The Last Dance, would you be like, oh, this is like a more heat or wavy? Because you know about the story, basically.
Yeah, I think a lot of it does have to do with I already know what's
Right,
already
that's what I
happening,
mean. Yeah,
right? From a so then fine for sure. From a film perspective, heat, absolutely.
Okay,
Like
okay.
for production,
as a
acting,
film,
yeah, for sure.
So part of the reason this film is actually a solid 8 out of 10 as well for me is that, you know, it keeps you ingrained with the Nike motto. And they have like just their principles on top of the just do it. That's like more of a simplified
We
version.
had a funny ass scene on that.
Yeah.
They're like, just do it?
Yeah.
Like, no, that does not sound good.
Yeah. So like these are their 10 principles at Nike as of 1977. Number 1, our business is change. Number 2, we're on offense all the time. Number 3, perfect results count, not a perfect process. Break the rules, fight the law. Number 4, this is as much about battle as about business. Number 5, assume nothing. Make sure people keep their promises. Push yourselves, push others, stretch the possible. Number 6, live off the land. Number 7, your job isn't done until the job is done. Job done?
Job's not finished.
Job's not finished.
Job finished?
I don't think
Job
so.
not
I don't
finished,
think
so.
Okay.
Number
The reporter
8.
afterwards, like,
And that's crazy because right after that is number 8. Dangers, bureaucracy, personal ambition, energy takers, energy givers, knowing your weaknesses. Don't get too many things on the platter. Number 9, it won't be pretty. Number 10, if we do the right things, we'll make money damn near automatic.
Yo, and what's cool is because you kind of see this little group that they have here, and like they were like the OGs of the company.
Yeah.
So to see them kind of go back to their roots of being like, yo, because again, the whole point, right, is you have, you know, Sonny here who, you know, he's going to Phil Knight and he's like, bro, like I need all the money towards this guy. And he's like, why did you make the company public, bro? You see, this is what happens. Now you have to talk to a board, and we can't just do shit the way we used to, just taking risks.
Yeah.
And then it you know, you kind of love the you know, Phil Knight, like Ben Affleck being at first super hesitant, super like on the board, but then he's like, you know, after he gets some time to think about it, and I love the trope that they have is because like Nike was running shoes, right? And then so he's like, yo, I'm gonna go for a run, and I'll get back to you on it. And or like he was like, I'll get back to you on Sunday. And then he calls Sonny up and he's like, yo, let's go for Jordan. He's like, what made you change your mind? He's like, I went for a run. And so like
wavy, man.
like it's dope. It really is dope. Like, cause you would think like, you know, maybe he's still gonna be an asshole about it. Like, no, we gotta respect the board. We'll all get fired. Like, this is gonna go down. Like, it's some crazy shit. But they took the risk, bro. And like that to me sometimes is like, these are real life people that took these fucking crazy risks. Like, these dudes risk their jobs, bro. They're playing with company money. They're like, yo, because even they say it in the film, bro. They're like, yo, he could blow out his knee next week, and it's clipped. And this whole operation is super duper clipped, bro. How crazy would that be? But luckily for them, it more than worked out.
I mean, he did fuck up his calf like his sophomore year,
right?
And then he went to freaking. He was working out so much, like even more than what his team wanted him to do, and he came back and just like his injured calf was stronger than his non-injured calf. Like, what a beast! Like he's just crazy, bro. Like the whole story with Nike and like how he really just elevated that whole company. It's like to astronomical heights.
Bro, 162 million profit.
They could have never. They could have never
you know what
predicted that.
What did they project? They projected like
some
It was like
low ass
3
number.
million,
Yeah,
like
they
3
projected
million
like 3
over
million.
3 years or something. And then in the first year they 120, 100 some odd, 160 million, 160 million.
162 million in
Yeah.
its first year. That's crazy, bro. They were chilling. Yo, I
And
know they
now
were
Jordan and now Jordan rakes in 400 million annually.
yo, his mom
Yep.
was like, bro, he gets a percentage of every single
And yeah,
shoe
and
that's
she changed the whole game with that too. That was never a thing.
sold. Yeah. But
And
what's
like,
dope is Sonny is still a super advocate on college athletes, like getting their names
Oh, yeah.
like
He was
marketed and like yo,
involved.
yeah, like yo, if y'all are gonna promote their and advertise their names, guess what? They're gonna get paid for it. Like fuck that shit. Respect.
that's how it should be.
man.
Hell yeah, 100%, bro. Like, cause especially, bro, I know a lot of people that prefer college basketball over the NBA. Like, there's like there are people like that really just enjoy college basketball, and some of these college stars are big time. Like they're big college players, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So definitely check it out.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
gonna check it out.
you'll definitely enjoy it. For those that haven't seen The Last Dance, definitely go see The Last Dance.
It's a great combo. Like it's a great.
It's on
yeah.
Netflix now, right?
Great thing to watch hand in
Yeah, it's on
hand like
Netflix.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
on-
if you have Amazon Prime, head over to Amazon Prime, watch Air, and then watch The Last Dance. Great
Yeah.
combo. Great
Super
combo.
great.
Great combo.
Last Dance, yo, and The Last Dance, what was dope about The Last Dance, it felt like a Sunday night like HBO
That
premiere.
was an event, bro.
It was an event 'cause it was like,
Every
oh,
week.
dope. Like, cause it like
During pandemic, this was the first like live show that was like released like brand new, and you're like, oh my god, like it's out. It's like this was everybody
Yeah.
was watching.
Yeah.
and
This.
it,
Like,
and it was
That was the
great.
meme with the dude like
and it was fantastic.
It was so
Like,
good. It was so good.
so good.
very well made. Yeah, it was my favorite documentary of all time.
I rewatch it all the time.
Apparently, those same producers have been following LeBron James.
On LeBron,
around. Yeah.
No.
for a
shit.
year, right?
Yeah,
This
some shit
year?
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of sense he's coming down to perhaps his final years, like in the league, or how?
Oh yeah, I mean he's in year 20.
or maybe because
I mean, we have 20 years of footage of LeBron.
He's in the Western Conference Final at age 38, like still cooking, bro. Game 6. Oh, here's a light 30 piece.
on the injured foot, bro. Hold that.
Another fucking yo, but. Again, like we said in the beginning of the podcast, shout out to both our respective teams, Marks, into the conference finals. One in the East, one in the West. If you were to make predictions, early predictions, because they start tomorrow. Today is Monday, May 15th. And tomorrow will be Tuesday or whenever you're listening to this, because 10 and confirmed. Tuesday are the start of the conference finals. We got Lakers versus Nuggets in Denver, 8:30 p.m. Thank God, because those 10 o'clock games were getting out of
Killer,
hand.
man. Those 10 o'clock games.
Those
were
10
rough,
It's gonna be
bro.
8:30. Every game is gonna be 8:30
Yes.
from now on.
Yes.
It's gonna be lit.
And all on ESPN or ABC, which
Damn, I miss TNT, man. Bring him back.
I mean,
Bring 'em
I
back.
wish.
I mean, I'm cool with ESPN too. I don't mind, but I get it. Chuck, Shaq,
Chuck,
Kenny,
Shaq,
yeah.
and Ernie, like
get
EJ, Kenny. Like, come on. Now.
But so if you were to have early predictions before the first game tomorrow, what is it looking like for you? Who do you think is making it out of the East and West, and why? All biases aside.
Honestly, all biases aside, I think it's gonna be Lakers and Celtics
Damn, it's
in
happening.
the finals.
It's
I
happening.
think so. I think it's gonna happen now because I just feel like Jokic, as good, obviously as a phenomenal of a year that he's had, and he's been playing super well in the playoffs. He has not gone up against a strong defender,
And Anthony Davis.
and Anthony Davis is a very strong defender.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, Jokic has pretty much just been scoring.
So,
on, like
he's just
small
been
people.
just getting buckets like
Yeah.
nonstop. Like I just feel like they are relying a little too much on him to the point where it's like every time I look at the box score, even if he's not leading in points, he's leading in assists, he's leading in
Rebounds.
rebounds.
He's doing it all.
And but more often than not, he is leading in everything: points, rebounds, and assists. And it's like it's really gonna depend on Murray.
Yep.
If he's balling, it'll be trouble.
And
But
I don't
I
really
don't
see
know if he
Jamal
will.
Murray balling when LeBron James is guarding him.
Exactly.
Well, I
Or
don't know.
Or
LeBron.
Vando. What did they put Vando
Yeah,
on?
Vanderbilt is probably who they're going to put on him. I would not put LeBron on him because LeBron. I mean, like at this age,
Oh, here we go.
Well, I will say this: even if he doesn't
defensively,
start,
he hasn't been good since for a
He
while.
had a crazy
Like
block
he
on
hasn't
Curry,
been.
bro. Like,
No,
literally,
listen,
like-
listen, listen. What I'm saying. I'm saying all game long, he has not been like he'll have like spurts. I think he just picks and chooses where
Right.
he could. That's what I'm saying. So like
100%.
he can't guard him for the whole game. He'll be gassed.
Yeah, exactly.
So like that's my
that's
point.
what I'm
It's
thinking.
like
I'm thinking
so.
if that's what I said in the car to Ariel early. If Murray is having a night and going off, and I think it's still a close game, LeBron in the fourth quarter will start to
Might tag
guard.
him. Yeah, he'll tag him probably.
Exactly. Be like, all right, bro. Like you're not scoring now in the fourth. Like that's it. Like you had your fun, and we're just gonna put a stop to this.
Or they might not even do that. They might just double him, and they might just send two guards at him and just say, "All right, hey, Michael Porter Jr., you're gonna have to beat us."
Yeah,
and
you're gonna-
that's who LeBron
yeah.
will be guarding.
Right.
And then that's when they'll be like panicking and moving the ball around. That's what I would do if I was the Lakers coach.
And then you still got AD locking up Jokic, so it don't even matter.
And you have right, and AD just has to be disciplined, and he's just a fantastic defender. You don't need to make any notes really, but I mean like Jokic is he just plays at such an odd speed that it's just like
Jokic plays at 16
I
frames a
don't
second,
know
bro.
how he's cooking dudes. I just don't get it.
He
I'm just
does.
like, bro,
He's just-
someone
he's-
has to stop him.
it's like him and Luca just play at this like odd
European,
speed,
right? This European,
where it's just like
you
you can't.
chillaxed.
They're strong, but they're not like
Fast.
super
Bro,
fast.
They
but
have
they
no
still
swag, bro. Like Luca has a little bit of
Nah,
swag,
Luka
Luka has a
swag.
little bit of swag with
a
his,
little
with his
bit, bro.
jump. Yeah.
But Jokic has no kind of swag.
Yeah, he's just
Jokic is
he just
like,
cooks.
right, and that's fine.
He
I
just cooks
I would
putting the
rather
ball
do
in
I would
bucket.
rather do with no swag cooking than to do
Yeah.
it with swag and dropping 15 points. Joel Embiid. Mark, Joel Embiid is 30 and has not made a conference final.
Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong. Should he have won MVP? Of course, absolutely,
So
spectacular
then,
year.
but he's a fraud. But he's a fraud somehow.
You
then
should have won MVP, but he's a
made-
fraud.
Bro,
What is it? What is it?
You lose 3 game sevens.
What is it?
You lose 3 game sevens. You
Okay,
can't bring your
okay.
team. That's fraud like
Okay,
material,
guess
is it
what?
not? What is the point of the game? To win the NBA championship, right?
Of course.
So cool. You're having a great regular season. I don't want a great regular season guy. I want a guy that's going to bring me to the promised land.
Okay. So, do you think conference finals are
the promised
like
land.
okay? Like Jokic has 2 MVPs. Is he a fraud? He's never made the finals. Is he a fraud?
We are going to start a dialogue if he doesn't make the finals sooner rather than later.
All right, because he's been. In a,
I mean,
all
he's
right.
been in what? This is his second conference final.
In 2
second now,
years.
yeah. But that's not
In
the
3
finals.
years, that's great. No, I know. But I'm saying like Joel is not getting any younger, and if like I don't know,
Look,
bro.
my point
He's not
my
a
point
fraud.
is just
He's a
because
fraud
if
in
you're
the
measuring
playoffs.
it. Like so, I understand I understand that for sure, right? Like he definitely. I mean, he was also injured. I do want to kind
of course.
but defensively, he was still a monster. He is like, and he's a much better defender. He's just a great defender. Like, and then offensively, I agree that he wasn't there, but that was I don't know if that was so much as him or game plan.
I would like to rephrase then. He's not a fraud. He's just not him. He's just not
I
him.
think he is him. I think
He's
he is
not.
him. He
He's
just
not.
needs. Let me. Can I finish?
Of course.
All right. So what the problem is he doesn't. He kind of has this because you know how like AD now is just this season and like the season that you guys won the championship. He's been very much adamant and being like, I'm gonna go to the paint. I'm gonna back down, boom, boom, mid range, blah blah blah. Like he doesn't really take a lot of threes.
Right.
He does, but not as
Nah.
much. Like Embiid was
like-
too much. He's too much on the perimeter. Like he was letting Al Horford, and I again, this is what I'm saying. I don't think this is all by him. I think maybe it's game plan, it's Doc and the coaching,
Damn,
and
Doc's
also
a fraud?
I'm not saying he's a fraud. I'm just saying like
But
he
he's
just
not
wasn't
him.
a good game plan.
not him. He's
Yeah,
not him.
I don't think he's him. I don't think he's
Anymore.
him.
He got y'all that 08 chip.
got us a
that was
championship.
about that. Because his
But
career
dude,
ever
like,
since.
Also, I mean, before in the last two
Still
game
has a great
seven,
career. Let me know.
last 2 game sevens, the first one against Toronto, they lose off an insane, crazy bounce shot from Kawhi Leonard.
So that was luck.
That's just like, hey, like, yes, it was luck.
I mean, but
Like,
the game, bro.
but he could have
it's
still put his
unlucky.
team in a
Like you just
situation to
say.
win.
I'm pretty sure he played pretty well that game. I could be wrong. And then the other game was against the Hawks. And who was on his team and who had a horrific meltdown? Ben Simmons.
Benjamin Simmons, who's a cornball wing.
So
Super
like,
wing.
so that's
He's
what I'm
not
saying.
him.
It's like
He's a fraud.
Ben Simmons. Yeah. But
He's like, no, Embiid is not a fraud.
But put Embiid, give Embiid like a reliable co-star. I don't know.
So
I
you're
feel like
taking a real shot at James Harden right now, is what you're telling me.
it's
I
not
got-
a
I
shot.
got
It's
three
just
syllables for you.
it just is. It just is what it is. Unfortunately,
I got
like
three
he won them
syllables.
2 games. I can't take that away from him. James Harden did, but everybody's just waiting though for like, okay, what can he do it again? And like, can he do it for like 2 games in a row? No, he can't. He can't do that. And it's like he may not even do it for 3 games or 4 games. And that, like, you know what I mean? It's like he's just not consistent enough to the point where it's like, yo, we can't. You just you can't be relied upon in the playoffs, unfortunately.
If we get Dame in Philly, are we talking different?
Hell yeah.
Yo,
Mark,
Dame in Philly
dude,
would be
yeah,
scary.
but I got-
Dame, Tyrese Maxey. I say get rid of Tobias Harris.
Oh,
And
J.
because he's
Cole.
also Tobias Harris isn't. He's talking about someone who's not him. He is not him.
he is not him.
Wow,
but
but
he's been a good role player.
He's J. Cole though.
He's J. Cole. You don't want, yo, what's your beef with Tobias?
Bro,
With Tobias Cole.
They chose Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler. Let that sink in your heads for a second. Huh?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wait, but
How
Mark,
do you?
Mark, I got 3 syllables that could totally help out Joel Embiid in Philly. Kyle Lowry, bro.
Yo,
Mark is pissed.
is that 3 or 4?
Kyle.
No,
Lowry.
no, isn't it Kyle?
Nah, I don't do that's crazy.
Kyle Lowry.
Kyle.
Kyle. Kyle.
L, as in-
Mikael Myers.
You a hater, Mark. Kyle
But
Lowry,
that's
bro. I hope he
another
goes
dude.
to the Celtics.
That's another. That's
Then we cut
another
him
dude,
first day.
Jimmy Buckets, another conference final against another Celtics Heat matchup. How you feeling about that matchup, Mark?
It's gonna be tough. I mean, we always struggle against them. Every series has gone like 6 or 7 games. I don't see this being any different. I can see this going
7 again.
6. I hope not 7 again, but I could see it going 7
Yo,
again.
Tatum's gonna be gassed, bro. He goes 7 games again.
I think depending on how Jamal Murray though plays, that might also go 7.
I got Lakers in.
I'm gonna say Lakers in 6.
Same.
Again.
Me
But
too.
I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 7.
And I wouldn't be surprised if it's only 5.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a sweep.
Okay.
Like, you a hater, bro. Like, I can't believe
Nah,
my
Den-
team.
I'm a hater.
Denver's getting
I'm a
one.
hater?
Denver's getting 1. Jokic is gonna give them 1.
Yeah, I'm just you're the hater. I mean, you're the one who's just disrespecting.
And dude, and to your point, Mark, like the Heat Celtic rivalry there, like
yeah,
it can go because
I didn't even know that was a rivalry.
like, but I think Jason Tatum is heating up at the right moment right now for like the Celtics because I watched that whole game where he was playing ass. It was game 6, right? Game 6.
Wait, who was playing ass?
Jason Tatum. Where he was like
yeah.
0
This
for
series,
like
yes.
whatever.
0 for like
And-
11 or something. Yeah.
And then
Horrible.
like, he just took over. Like he was like, all right, I'm just gonna take over right now. We are going to a game 7. Yeah,
honestly,
that was
he-
I'm him moment. That's what I'm saying. Like
when he
Embiid
became-
hasn't
this
had
was-
that moment. Like Tatum had Embiid's moment. He was like, yo, you're coming to Boston, and I'm going to cook you in Boston. Like that's it. Him.
I think he just needed to I had to like give him a little bit more respect, Tatum, and because like I wasn't saying like, yo, stop shooting,
Nah,
but
I
I was
get
just
it.
being like, dude,
Stop.
like
You're not
like
it's
move
not
the
your night.
ball,
It's not your
drive
night.
the ball, something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and when he honestly, I was so scared the way the first 3 quarters went. I was like, I don't even know if we're gonna win this. We might fucking lose. And I like
y'all on the ropes for sure.
yeah,
like
and I yeah, literally in the corner, backed up, like back against the wall type shit. And I'm watching it on my monitor. I'm like playing video games. I'm just kind of glancing over at it sometimes when I feel brave. And I like glanced over, and
Yeah,
it was
that's
like,
how you watch games. You don't even be like
no,
throwing
no,
it
no,
on.
that game, whenever it's a game like that. I don't know why I did it last year when Tatum dropped 40 in Milwaukee, and we ended up winning Game 6, and then going back home and winning Game 7. I don't know why. So I was like, you know what? Let me do it again. I put it up on the monitor. I usually just watch them up on my TV, full attention, everything else. But
Everything
in those
else.
situations,
doing
I
the
don't know
plays,
why.
running the plays.
I don't know why. I literally just put it up on my monitor, and he ends up having a good night somehow, and then wins the game, and then we watch Game 7. Like,
Where'd you watch Game 7?
at my girl's parents' house. It was
Damn.
Mother's Day.
How I know you were anxious. You were like, "Fuck!" Like
I wasn't.
did you-
I couldn't focus on anything until the game started. I was just like, yeah, like they thought, like, Mark, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm just waiting for the game to start.
Yo.
I
Yo,
understand
it's
that
so
because
anxious.
that's how we felt the day of Game 6. I
Yeah.
felt like that. Like
That was your Game 7. That was your Game 7.
100%.
Yeah.
We had to win that
if
game.
you had lost that, it was not looking good.
Nah.
Yeah, but the Warriors are, you know.
Yo, but I
Like,
said because
So I have a question. I actually have a question regarding that. Do you guys think the dynasty is over?
no.
That's so dramatic, bro. No.
I mean, I don't think it's over. Like I still think they will continue to make very like deep runs into the playoffs. I think,
Sure.
truthfully, that punch in the beginning of the season that got leaked to the rest of the world to see, it affected it 110,000%.
I think so too. I also
The
think
dynamic of the team was different. Like it just
Yeah.
yo, they
Yeah. Not
in,
enough
in,
baddies
bro,
on the court for
in a
Jordan
way,
Poole.
in away games this season, they were ass.
yeah, that's why
Their away
I was
record
like
garbage.
I was just like, yeah, I just don't see them getting past you guys, because I was like, the only reason they got past the Kings is because of Looney and his rebounding, like,
Yeah.
and you have Anthony Davis, like, so it's like not
Yeah,
to
the
take anything
Lakers
away
are
from
too tall.
Curry, obviously, but like, no, they're not too tall.
Yeah,
What?
Lakers are
Who said
tall.
that?
They're a taller team than the Warriors.
I know that's good. I'm
No,
saying
that's what That's what
Y'all are agreeing.
we're agreeing on the same thing.
he just said they're too tall.
That's what I'm saying.
They were
too tall for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that's
too tall for the Warriors. So I think that
I love when y'all have misunderstandings. And like I love that I know what the misunderstanding is. I'm like, okay, let me fix this. Let me fix the misunderstanding here.
I just always assume, he's on some bullshit. You know what I mean?
Oh, Mark, you're right though.
Yo, Mark wants the Lakers Celtics finals. Ariel,
No,
do
no.
you
So
want
I
it?
think.
Oh,
No,
sorry, Mark,
I
go ahead.
don't.
Mark had a point.
Sorry. No, yeah. So like the dynasty thing, right? So like even though they don't win this, like there's Steph, I think is still good enough that you can say, and Steve Kerr, I think is still a good coach. I think you can
Love
say,
Steve
all
Kerr.
right,
Love Steve
let
Kerr.
me trade some pieces here. Honestly, anybody want Clay? Anybody want Poole?
I'll take Poole.
Like take them, move them off the roster, try to get some solid players, some solid depth, and like one other star, like for a Klay
Toscano
Thompson.
Anderson.
Like, that they could be right back there. Like, if honestly, like,
Yeah. I mean,
I-
it wouldn't come. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't come as a surprise to see them back there.
that's
know
what I'm
what I
saying.
mean?
So it's like it's not really. I don't think it's going to be
Yeah.
over until Steph Curry shows a serious decline or retires.
Dude, I'm just
Like,
like, the one reason I
even
hated
though-
playing them and why I feel like I'm gonna be more uncomfortable with that Golden State series than I am with the
Exactly.
not sleeping on the Nuggets, but
Bro.
because if he gets cooking from 3, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Like
yeah.
it's just like, bro, like
It's
all right.
almost a yeah. It's like you don't. I just
He could shoot
I
it from
was so
wherever. He could shoot it
scared.
from wherever.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, like what do you want my team to do
Watching-
about this?
rooting
Wait,
for the
who
other
said-
team?
LeBron said like, "Oh, you got to start guarding him from the parking lot."
Yeah,
As
he
soon
was,
as
he
you
was,
get
guarding,
into
he was
the-
guarding him from the bench. He's
Yeah.
like, bro, I'm not letting you go nowhere, bro. You bugging.
like no, because like he even though he lost, like he still like he was the second best player on the court. Like throughout that entire series, for the majority of the series, it was AD and then Steph and then LeBron. But Steph, it's just like he's just so good, and it's like the fact that like, and for me, like he's already been there for me, but I think he's the best point guard of all time. He's been there. He's been that for me because even though he doesn't do it on a defensive end as much or as much as
his
you'd like to
offense
see,
more than enough makes
up for it because his offense is so good,
so lethal. It's just like,
that
yo, you need a three, I got you, fam.
It shifts it changes the entire defense when he's on the floor versus when he's off of it.
Yeah.
When he's on it, everyone's like, okay, like we all have to move up. We all have to like, you know, like be ready. Like he will shoot anywhere. Like,
and that's what I mean. He's a tougher matchup for a team than I think anybody on the Nuggets. So that's why to me I'm like, all right, we can sort of be able to, you know, make the adjustments. Like, of course, we made the adjustments against Golden State and Steph, but Steph was still giving us like the work. It's just like, all right, bro, like, oh, you're having an off night from three. Dude still has an incredible layup package. He's like, all right, cool. I'll just take it to the lane.
Exactly.
I'll get fouled.
And I hope that D'Lo is not guarding Jamal Murray because that'll be a recipe for disaster.
I don't think so.
He'll be on
KCP.
Who's their shooting guard? Oh, KCP,
yeah,
right.
Caldwell Pope, former Laker champion. I used to get tired.
You used to cook him, bro.
Bro, him and Danny Green, bro. These are supposed to be our shooter, but nah, they have some big moments sometimes, bro. I'll be like, yo, that's a tough shot, bro. Thank you. We needed that. Like, so yo, even if a dude got 5 points, those 5 points came at the most critical time in the fucking game.
Lonnie Walker moments, bro.
Yo, Lonnie Walker, bro. Yo. What a dude. Yo, Steph signed a shirt for him. It was like, bro, I'm not forgiving you for game 4. That's dope, bro. He's probably feeling like the man right now. He's like, wow. Like, Steph just gave me this shirt.
Yo, Lonnie Walker. Perfect example of a dude that just shows up to work like, yo, what's up? I'm here.
Yeah, I'm clocking
in. I'll see y'all later. Have a good night. Clocking out.
So that's why I think you guys are going to win, though. Like, for the most part, it's just I feel like you just match up very, very well kind of against them. I don't know. I think LeBron, this is going to have to be, if I'm Darvin Ham, I'd say, yo, LeBron, this is your series. Like, AD, obviously, but like, again, I would tell AD, focus more so on the defense.
Yeah.
We'll call you on offense if we need you.
That's what they did for the last 2 games against the Warriors. They're like, all right, AD, you're just going to basically guard Steph, and then and we're hoping that our offense is good enough without you that we can just, you know, because Austin Reeves could get to the rack, like, you know, Dennis Schroeder could get to the rack, like D'Lo could start heating up, like dudes just have,
so
you know, and you have LeBron James operating that whole system. It's just like, all right, cool. Now AD can conserve his energy and not get injured while just locking up their best player. So I agree, Mark. I do from a non-biased standpoint. Like I also do, and a biased standpoint. But I also do agree. Like even without it, and I remember when we first started talking about the playoffs on this podcast, you know, they were facing the Grizzlies in the first round, and I wasn't so sure yet about them because I'm like, yo, they've only been together realistically even a few weeks after, you know, the All-Star break. You know, so I'm like, I don't know yet if they have like that gelling, like, okay, like we can make a deep championship run. And then as I'm watching that Golden State, you know, series, I'm like, oh, okay, like they're able to not only stop teams defensively and win and beat them in a good blowout fashion, but they can also come up clutch in the times of need when it's a close game and you got to close out a game. I'm like, perfect. That's what we were missing. We need those moments, even if it's not our 2 guys. If it's a dude like Lonnie Walker coming off the bench, having a night of his career, I don't care. Regardless, they have that energy that's like, yo, we're not leaving this building without a win. I don't care. It's just not happening. So once I saw that, now like I feel like, again, definitely not sleeping on the Denver Nuggets. They've been fantastic all season long, but I will say like they also do need to be ready for the Los Angeles Lakers because they come in.
LeBron is very hungry for some nuggets. So is AD. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking shit still. I'm gonna be obnoxious. I don't care. Lakers in 5 maybe, in 6 sure, but for sure Lakers all day taking that W. You already know.
Who you got? Heat and Celtics. Mark, I think the Celtics are gonna pull it off because if there's any team to stop Jimmy Butler and the Heat, it's going to be the Celtics because they're another team that just find a way. Even when they look down and out, again, they could be down 3-1, 3-2. I'm like, that doesn't faze me. I still feel like the Boston Celtics could come back from this.
Look, Mark,
They're a well-oiled machine team that they just function really well. They got a ton of shooters on the floor. They got a ton of rebounders on the floor, like, and just a ton of dudes that fucking hustle, bro. Marcus Smart hustles, like Jaylen Brown hustles, Tatum hustles. They got a bunch of hustlers.
Off and on.
Off and on, often. But the only reason I don't want a Lakers Celtics final is because of our friendship. That's the only reason I don't want
like
it.
I
don't want it.
I'm
I
good,
don't
bro.
want it.
Like it's been over 10 years. Like
I don't want it. And that was my first like NBA championship that I had seen. I have Facebook Mark.
And
Facebook
the first one I seen was Celtics over Lakers.
That's crazy.
that's
Yours was
crazy.
08, mine was 10.
Yep.
And
Wow, I'm mad old, bro.
yeah, but like, cause I started watching basketball in like that season, so like in 09 and shit,
yeah.
and like so then I was catching myself up. I'm like, oh shit, like it's just one of the chip, cause I got introduced to Kobe. Like I was just watching a game one day, and I was like, oh, that motherfucker's nice, and then I just watching highlights, and once you see highlights, bro, you're like, oh, like dude is nasty, and then Lil Wayne like came out with the song, and I was like, like I always knew about like the NBA, but like I never like religiously was watching it. Like I knew the players, like they were coming
football, of course.
Exactly. That was my first love, so I was like, I'm sticking with that. But then I'm like, huh, this is kind of like an interesting little game. Like let me dabble in it as well.
Little game.
and then yeah, ever since then, just rode with LA.
That was lit. That's how we met. It was during the playoffs actually. Because there was a game on, and they're like, "Oh, you're a Laker fan too?" Like, yeah.
But the Lakers weren't playing. That's when we were cheeks.
Yeah.
Like
that's
super duper cheeks.
That's
like the end of Kobe's career cheeks. It's like
that was like a year after he retired. That was like 2017.
Was it?
Yeah, 2017 around there.
But yeah, so that was my first final. Was the Lakers Celtics series, and I remember that Game 7. I was just like, yo,
that shit was crazy.
I was like,
bro.
This shit is like Kobe was not having a good night at all.
He was shooting
but
5 of 24.
But he was
bro.
rebounding like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
he was like,
he
yo,
was going
give me that.
crazy.
Yeah, like 15 rebounds or some shit like that.
And that's another thing like similar to like Tatum is like similar to him in that way where it's like if he's having a bad shooting night,
I'm leaving him with
he'll
something.
he'll affect the game in other ways. Like he'll get rebounds.
Just his presence. Just his presence.
Yeah,
there is like, yo, like
I'm
doing something for y'all right now. Like I'm not gonna be on the floor just walking around. Like
I'm leaving him
and
with something.
defense, he's been so great.
Yeah,
he's been so great all playoffs. He's been fantastic on defense. Just like he stripped the ball from Embiid multiple times. Like blocks, steals. Like it's just been. He's been great on that end and rebounding even when he's not shooting well. So I like that. The fact that when he's not shooting well, he doesn't take himself out of it where he's like, oh, I'm just didn't do anything now because I'm not hitting my shot. It's like he has that mentality where it's like, I'm just going to keep
kind of like Julius Randle, bro.
being active.
Like that's why
Julius Randle
is not that guy. He's not him.
He is not that guy. They need to trade him. Like the fact that like they won.
Stephen A. Cool.
No,
Julius
but dude,
Randle,
the game where they
I'm done
won
with this man.
The game where they won, and he didn't play well, but I think Barrett played well or something like that.
Yeah.
And he like left, and he didn't talk to the media. And it's like, y'all won the game.
Yeah.
You didn't have a good game, so you're going to be sad and frown and like say, I'm not going to talk to the media even though you won. That looks horrible.
It's so sad because like he's
you need to trade him.
He's one of those dudes that you see that can be nice, but he just
mental.
Just
bro,
doesn't.
He was on the Lakers, man. He got drafted by the Lakers, man.
Bro, he went to the Mamba school. Like I love the story he told about like Kobe and like him like growing up like in the league like with Kobe being his mentor. Like that shit is dope. And I wish, especially come playoff time, because in the regular season like he'd be balling. Like he's an all-star. So it's just like, bro, like lock in. Like I don't know if it's the pressure of being in New York.
I think it is.
Like,
it's not for everybody.
He didn't do in a good market like LA. He didn't do in a good market like New York was I think revolutionized his career a little bit because he obviously like you
He
know,
was the number one option.
He
Yeah.
thrived here,
Yeah.
but
No,
the
but
two
it's
times in the
it's
playoffs,
just-
he has choked. He has been
But the reason
non-existent.
for that is when a team says, "All right," it's like defenses always ramp up in the playoffs. So, and I'm not saying they don't defend in the regular season, but it's like,
Yeah,
yo,
it's
like,
all right,
you have
bro,
to
like,
realize
we
it's
gotta
like,
win.
yo,
It's a must-win game.
we got like we just got off planning for this other team. Now we only have 2 days to plan for this. Like really quickly, we just throw something together, get ready. We have to travel, all that.
Right.
In the playoffs, it's like, all right, we're here.
We're playing the
we
same
know you
team
have
4
you
times.
for at least 4 times. We're gonna game plan the fuck out of you, and that's exactly what coaching staffs do. I mean, that's the problem with him. He that's why there's so many players that are like, oh my god, they have such great regular seasons, but how come they can't do it in the playoffs? It's like because defenses game plan for you, and for like much longer, and they also have film to go back to from that earlier season when they played you at least twice or 4 times.
Right.
So like you can't just say, oh yeah, like how come it's just so different. And I think that he doesn't adjust well to that. And I also think Tibbs is not I think he's a good coach, but he's just not the coach to get them
Yeah. Agreed.
up there. I think they need to kind of look for a change there. Monty Williams could maybe do something
Word.
there.
Maybe me.
Yo. Yeah. Who you gonna ask them to trade for? Be like, yo, this is what I want.
The thing
He's
is
gotta-
that
he's gotta come here.
The thing
to
is
New
that I'm
York.
such a Laker fan.
Jalen Brunson to the Lakers.
Yo, he's like, guys, I want to trade Jalen Brunson to the Los Angeles Lakers.
I just
They're
think
like,
it's a good move, bro. I don't know.
I think him and for like a 2nd round pick from the Lakers. I think that'd be good.
I think that's great. What do you guys think?
What do you guys think? And then I get fired the same day.
Yeah.
They're
No,
like,
but so
Local guy.
local
guy.
podcaster fired from NBA job.
On day
think-
one.
I think it's just disappointing. I mean, like it was still a good season for them overall, but I just think they have to get rid of him. But going on to the Eastern Conference matchup, I think Celtics should win. But I'm just like, just Jimmy Butler was. I mean, if we're being real, Jimmy Butler was 1 shot away from killing us, from ending it last season. So like,
Yeah, it was a bad shot on his part. He could have took more time with the ball.
Honestly, I like the shot, and I'm not saying that because he missed it. I'm saying that because
I
saying that no. Like if I was a Heat fan, I think I would have been okay with it because he was hitting.
Right.
Like he was on. So like you're in rhythm. You feel that pull up. Go for it. Screw it. Because if he
talk
makes
about
it,
a guy who's the
everyone's praising him.
Who's the polar opposite from not polar opposite, but regular season, like never really in the MVP conversation, doing his thing, low
But in the
key.
playoffs, he be
And then in the playoffs, he's like, "Bet I'm here."
Insane.
Like I'm him, Jimmy
get
Butler.
buckets.
Like he
It's
he
insane.
terrifies
It's
me, bro.
insane.
Like even
Yeah.
that
I'd rather
2020
see-
final, I'm like, like
Yeah.
they won a game solely because of him. He was like, "Yo, I'm
Yeah.
going to drag us to at least one more win."
Exactly.
And he was gassed for game 6. He was like, "Bro, I got to do this
Yeah.
again for another 40 plus minutes." Like, damn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like,
I'd much rather see the Celtics than Jimmy Buckets, to be honest.
that's what I love about the playoffs too, man. It's a lot of strategizing. It's a lot of
Interesting.
strategizing.
Yeah, Mark, I think we could beat the Celtics. Yeah.
Interesting.
Light work, actually.
Like I said, man,
Interesting.
I think from a
That's
I-
interesting.
from a I think it's going to be Lakers Celtics. Again, I don't want it to be Lakers Celtics. I'm sorry. But again, just for our friendship's sake, I would just prefer, you watching from the sidelines rather than being a fan of the other team. Even though you probably still root on the Heat more than us but if this were to happen, the Celtics Lakers, like this year is kind of a crazy one because it's like, okay, we're tied up in championships. So whoever wins this is up 1.
And then also the last time, like, so then what do you call it? Tatum and Brown versus LeBron and AD, like, and obviously I'm not saying Tatum is Kobe, but I'm just saying like Tatum is very much like Kobe in some aspects, just like in terms of his offensive game and his defense actually, because Kobe was also a very good defender.
You could see he has a lot of moves.
You can see
that
there's
are reminiscent,
inspiration,
right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. So like, and we never got a LeBron versus Kobe final, so Like, so it'd be interesting to see. That's not a shot. I'm just saying we never got it. That's not a shot. Don't take it as a shot. He looked like he was taking a. I'm not taking a shot. That's not a shot.
It's not a shot. It's not a shot.
All right.
I'm gonna continue to come. Skip's been coming. He's gonna continue to come.
Yo, he's wildin'. He was wildin'.
Yeah. Wow.
Like,
I think it'd be a really fun. Like, talk about a series, a finals that has potential to be like
coast to coast.
Like, dude, people would tune in, bro. Celtics, Lakers, like LeBron.
I mean, overall, these we talked about it earlier too off air. These playoffs have been thoroughly entertaining. Like, they've been very good.
Yeah. And
like kind of each storyline that was playing out, right? Like LeBron versus Golden State again. We had obviously Dylan Brooks talking shit. We had the Joel winning, MVP, and then seeing how things played out in the rivalry with the Celtics.
How the Bucks just got knocked out.
The Bucks first round, like Jimmy Butler, like going crazy. So there's been a lot of moments of like, wow, like
and the
there's
Kings
been some.
too. Yeah, the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah,
like
Kings almost got it.
Yeah, they
almost had it.
Pushing the defending champs, bro, to 7 games. That's crazy.
The first round.
That's fucking crazy.
I think it's been a great season as a whole. I think the playoffs have been awesome, and I can't wait for, it's bittersweet because it's like, damn, like it's coming to an end. Like, we're getting more days gap in between games. It's like, like I kind of want to watch an NBA game right now.
Once Tuesday,
we'll have it
tomorrow.
every other day
tomorrow,
for a while, or every day for a while.
Every day, yeah, every day till both these series are over. Then it'll be every other day.
Yeah, but I'm excited again. I think it's.
Oh wait, I want to talk about one more thing.
What's up?
What do you guys think of that John Morant situation?
Yo, he's such an idiot, bro.
For real, dude.
I agree. I think that what he was doing is just so stupid. But I also think it's just like, like the people around him. I mean, like, come on. It's like you guys are deacons.
Bro. Didn't
like your day
I'll
ones.
be like, yo, if you had done that shit, bro, I would have been like, yo, didn't the Grizzlies tell you if you do that again, like you're gonna get fined? Oh, so maybe don't do that, bro. Like, what are you doing right now? And like pulling out the camera, like again, I don't know the situation.
Obviously, it wasn't Jaws live, like Instagram live. It was like whoever was in the car with him, and he even knew, like he like went like this, and then he was like, oh shit, they got like
right.
So I think he was trying, like his friend would, at least that person maybe understood, but like, oh shit,
bad.
Like. Yeah, exactly. This is bad. Yo, was like, oh shit, like let me stop. But
the
like,
funny thing is, because
also Jaws, an adult, so like you can't.
Yeah, like
I'm not saying he's absolved of blame, but I'm just saying like also it's like like the people around him also have to be like, why are there guns here? Like and like.
And I saw people on Twitter being like, wow, like they care so much that like, why do people care so much that like he's carrying a gun? It's like, bro, I don't care if he's carrying a gun. Like, that's totally fine. If you have a license and you want to carry a gun by all means.
But like on live,
and not even that. It's after your employer had told you, like, bro, like seriously, like this like you just can't do it. Like you're gonna. His agents probably too. Like, bro, we're gonna lose sponsorship deals. Like, bro, there's mad kids that watch the NBA, bro. Like, mad kids that look up to him.
He just released a shoe. He just released a shoe.
Right. It's just bad publicity for him. And like I don't know. Like it's a shitty situation, man, because he's such a good player and he could really be like one of the faces of the NBA for years to come. Yep. And he's really just blowing the bag off some like whatever
dumb shit. Yeah.
Like
my guy is Ja Hardy, bro.
Ja Wick.
Yo.
Ja Wick.
Ja Wick.
Yeah, and he literally could. Now I wonder if like, I mean, not to get like too into like psychology and stuff, but I mean like it's like also like trying to be what you're not. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying John Morant's not like a tough guy. I'm just saying like he's just like not like he grew up, from what I hear and like have read, he never grew up in like the slum, like like the trenches, like he was a middle class
he went to
person.
Bro. That's a private school.
Like and so like so like like I feel like maybe it's like kind of like a, oh my god, there's a word for this, but like I guess like when society has like a sort of I mean, it's like a racist view, but like when they view you and say, oh, like he's a thug or he's like, you know, the Grizzlies are this or that, or like, you know, like what if he's trying to like kind of become that, even though he is not that?
So
Like,
he's like
if that
sort
makes
of
sense,
imposter
like,
syndrome sort of thing, like where
yeah, I guess
like
kind of like
so
similar to that, but like, and uh, obviously, you know, it's you know he's going through something, and I hope that this time in the off season he goes like to actually to go to therapy instead of
Yeah.
like going there for like, oh yeah, I had a couple meetings and I'm good now, like or stay there for like a week or something. It's like what, like dude, clearly something else is off here. Like you need to really go there.
Reevaluate.
Like
You need to
Yeah.
reevaluate.
yeah, like dude, you have your and like it's not like so much as a big deal as like oh yeah, like you said, like oh he has a gun in the car. Oh my god, like it's more so about like your employer telling you don't do this, and then a couple weeks later you did it again, and like it's like it just blows my mind, man. It's like
Yeah. Right. There's just something not clicking right now where it's just like, all
Right.
right, like I'm gonna
It-
do this and I don't care.
right.
It's just like
'Cause-
okay, like okay,
Yeah.
fumble the bag you about to get, and you know but who I don't know, man. I don't know what's in the mind of John Morant. I'm wishing him all the best. I hope
Yeah,
you know
I
that
wish him
he's
the best
able
too. I
to
hope
you know figure out kind of what's going on there because again we don't know. You know, none of us really know, right? Like what's going through someone's, you know, life. So,
Right, this
I'm
is all
just-
speculation.
Right, I'm just wishing him the best. But right from
Yeah.
our point of view and the perspective that we've gotten so far, right, it just seems a little bit silly to be doing some of
Yeah.
the things that he's doing. It's like, bro, just chase your bag, like become one of the best players in the league,
crazy.
and that's it. Like
Don't be
you'll
so
be set,
simple.
Right.
yeah, you'll be set. But maybe it goes deeper than that and rooted in something that we have no idea on. But
right, exactly.
so. But anything else, gentlemen?
Nah, man. Lakers all day. That's it. Let's go.
Nice. So yeah, y'all, we have Fast 10. That we'll be reviewing next week for sure. When we will still be covering how many of the games would have been played by next Monday?
3, I think. No, 2.
Not more.
I think no, you guys might play 4
Really?
we might play all 4 by Sunday, maybe.
Holy shit.
because you're
Yeah,
playing
right.
tomorrow.
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Saturday.
3.
It's 3 games.
3.
Oh, 3 games. Okay, yeah.
And then Monday it would have been another game. Then.
Yeah, game 3 is Saturday, and then Sunday Celtics, Heat, and then
Yeah.
yes. Oh, so next
Game
Monday
Game four.
we could
Game
watch,
4 is Monday.
Yeah, we can watch game 4 here in the studio. We'll pod beforehand and then watch the game after.
Potted
Right.
and then the
Yeah,
game.
and then Tuesday will be Celtics. Okay, cool. So sounds good. We'll review. We'll come back and review. You know, most of the not most. We'll review the series as a whole as things progress.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all make sure to come through and show with us next week.